Good morning, Satnam. Here we are. Day 9, week 2, day 2, day 9. 9 is a number of completion. And so this is where I feel the first phase, the honeymoon phase of this challenge is coming to its waning phase, and beyond this will be an interesting to observe how this continues to unfold. Lots of things happening energetically in the world, and we all might be experiencing in different ways, unique ways to us. There's a lot of individual things and collective things, and how do we stay within our own boundaries, within our own self-preserving limits, limits in the way of, I know I can't control everything on the outside of myself. So I feel that having a daily practice, whether you are just sitting doing nothing for 10 minutes, whether you are walking outside in nature for 10 minutes, you're unplugging from the phone, from your to-do list, from thinking, just being, grounding, centering, every day, 10 minutes is going to be essential to our ability to kind of anchor in and be a sturdy pole amidst this twister and turmoil that is going on. And it's hard to not feel energies. I'll give you an example. Just yesterday, this whole 2021 has been very challenging for me in terms of leaving the house, running errands. I don't go to parties. I really choose who I hang out with, who gets my energy, who do I expose myself to, and it is serving me right. And so yesterday I went to run my errands, seen a couple of people that I wanted to see, went to several places, the post office, the psychic medium store, and I don't know where. It was fine, but by the time I came home, I've experienced a sense of feeling yucky, like just something felt so heavy. On the way home in the car, I felt nauseous right here in my gut, and I'm like, oh my gosh, where is it coming from? So like being attuned to our body's messages, being attuned to our energy shifts, my energy, I don't call it mood because mood got impacted by the energy shift. I just felt so yucky, and part of me wanted to investigate it. Part of me wanted me to kind of like sit down, figure it out. Why are you feeling this? Where did it come from? Trace your steps, blah, blah, blah. But then part of me also is saying, like, what difference does it make? What difference does it make? Where it came from is like, here, you are in this now, and what are you going to do to get yourself out of it? Or what can I do? Can I create space for it to pass? Can I not get attached to it? Can I not let that energy penetrate every cell in my body? And so shortly after 6 p.m., I laid in bed and I turned on sound healing music for clearing aura, and I fell asleep from 6 o'clock till 8 o'clock, totally passed out. I wasn't intending on it. I was just going to lay there and feel it and watch it move, but I fell asleep. And so it is. Woke up feeling way better, no remnants of it. And so how do we know what to do, when to do, to kind of help us navigate these times? And I do feel that whatever ritual, whatever practice you create will help you stay centered, stay grounded, stay connected to yourself without taking you on a whirlwind of chaotic energies and emotions that are surrounding the planet at this time. We have to understand that we are individuals, yes, but just like a spider web, we are all connected. And sometimes what we're feeling isn't even ours. It could be collective, and we need to understand that. And so I strongly encourage you to have practice that helps you stay in your center. So I wanted to share that with you because it is so timely. So we're on day 9, moving on. We're still doing each meditation for 7 minutes. We'll stay with this number for, for today, at least that much I know. And then we'll see where we go from there. I wonder if I should switch it up and do the self-blessing first today. Okay, let's see what drops in. Let us tune in. Today I'm not outside because it's a little foggy and very damp on the deck, so it hasn't cleared up yet. Bringing the hands in front of the heart center, sitting up nice and tall with lengthened spine, feeling yourself connected to Mother Earth through your sit bones. And if you're in a chair, keep your feet flat on the floor. And just begin to notice your breath. As you lengthen the spine, relaxing the shoulder blades down the back, tucking the chin slightly back and down. If you feel safe to do so, close your eyes down. Bring your gaze gently to the space of the third eye. Let's synchronize our breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Push all the breath out. Inhale again. Suspend the breath at the top. Just gently bowing to yourself, to your wisdom, to your higher self. Exhale. And let's inhale to tune in with Adi Mantra. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Relax. Okay, warm in here. So, no, we're gonna stay with the same order that we had. Look at that rooster top. One of the things I wanted to point out is, and I put the keywords in the message of the post, balance and control. Balance and control. How do you create balance within your body, within your psyche? Where is the energy exchange between give and take? And control is only within. You could control your reactions, your responses, your breath, your mind, who you go to, when you go to, what do you do? You could control all that. You could be sovereign, make decisions for yourself, for those you love. So knowing that, establishing that, we're going to be experiencing that in the upcoming, I don't know, I don't want to say a whole year, but upcoming times. So that's important to anchor in. So, all right, our first meditation. This is why I feel for myself, this is how this challenge was brought on, is that I wanted to do a practice that is going to connect me on a deeper level to my intuition, to my inner knowing, so that I could discern what's mine, what's not, and how to navigate these times. I want to know the answers within myself. Yes, there's going to be information coming at me, and there'll be information that I'll be seeking out, but ultimately I don't want to be gullible, reading everything I believe, reading everything that's out there and believing it, but really learning to discern based on how the information lands. Does it bounce? There's lots of stuff happening, and there's different resources, and some places kind of slant the narrative one way and another way, and it's like, wow, I don't even know what is a good alternative source for current events in the world. I have no idea, so it's really hard. It's like I feel like I'm living in the dark, kind of disconnected from the greater world, but yet through certain reactions of people, like I know what's going on. I know that there were, tornadoes in Kansas. I know that certain countries are in lockdown, but again, my immediate surrounding here and now, I want to be able to filter it through my own intuition and let my intuition guide me through these times. So interlacing the fingers, expanding Jupiter fingers for expansion and wisdom up, thumbs are crossed, which is your earth ego energy points, and placing the mudra right underneath the tip of the nose. So when you bring the eyelids down, you're gazing at the tip of the index finger. Now I want you to practice now filling up your breath to a full capacity. I was rereading the manual today, and it says, take a heavy stroke through the mouth and push it out through the nose. So when we're inhaling, really try to get to the max capacity of your lungs, and then powerful breath out. This is why I have my scarves all the time. So I could just like wipe my nose. And so I recommend you have a tissue or something like that as well. This practice is like that. You never know what you're going to blow out. So again, your eyelids are just lower down, gazing at the tip of the index finger. Let's inhale deeply. Set this posture and begin. Through the mouth. Remember, you could use the mantra to help with the count. Sa, da, na, ma, and exhale through the nose. Inhale deeply. Stretch the arms out, palms facing up. Exhale. We're holding that breath for 20 seconds. Inhale. Stretch up vertically, horizontally. Pull up on the root lock. Fingers are extending outwards. Exhale. Fingers spread out wide. Inhale, last one. Making everything super tight, extending up, out. Exhale. Stay in the space. When you're ready, taking a deep inhale. Exhale. Gently open your eyes. And if you're journaling, this is a good time to journal right after the practice. All right. Moving on to our next part is meditation for self-blessing. When I was in teacher training, the teacher used to say, if you cannot bless yourself, nobody else can. Just think about it for a second. What does it feel? What does it feel like to you? If you cannot bless yourself, nobody else can. If you cannot love yourself, do you expect other people to love you any more than you love yourself? This is a interesting paradox we experience, right? We're always looking for the external confirmation, external guidance. You know, we go to therapists, we go to doctors to tell us what's wrong with us, to give us the diagnosis. It's, you know, lately I've been really sitting with that and thinking about empowerment. When is it that we give our power away so easily to other people? And, you know, again, coming back to that word balance. Balance. When do we seek guidance because we're new, we're not, you know, experienced with it, and we ask for guidance, we have somebody hold our hand as we take the steps? And then when are we ready to take control, let go, or reduce that guidance and begin to rely more on our own strength, or on our own wisdom, on our own guidance? So it's interesting, right? So just as you do this practice, I want you to really feel those words of meditation for self-blessing. And then you are the one that could give yourself the blessing. You are the one that could heal your wounds and traumas. Sure, there will be some help on the external that's necessary in the beginning, but at some point, your memories, your thoughts, your patterns, your choices, all you comes from the inside. So again, the position for self-blessing is arms out overhead. You could keep the thumbs down and all fingers are together. You're gazing at the down, like downward gaze. So the eyelids are just closed, but the eyes are not fully closed. And this one is more challenging, right? So I'm still struggling. I'm still finding my way through the 8 inhales. Inhale strokes through the nose, 8 exhale strokes through the nose, and then suspension of that breath. I'm going to remind you again that sitting in a good posture for this meditation, keeping the chest lifted, rib cage expanded is essential. It makes it so much easier to really open up the lungs to that inhale, to those 8 strokes of inhale. Remember that we're chanting the mantra, and if you keep losing track, sa-ta na ma, sa-ta na ma, that's your inhale. Same thing on the exhale. And then on a suspension of the breath, you're just going through it twice for all the fingers. So it's kind of like the cheat system that you could implement until it gets to the flow. So here we go. We're going to inhale deeply. And exhale as you set the shoulder blades down, and let's begin. Deeply inhale. Stretch the arms up and gently tilt your head back, protecting your neck, really opening up through the shoulders, through the chest, heart center. Exhale. Inhale again. Stretch up. Exhale. Last time. Witnessing, noticing. And inhale deeply. And exhale. Good. Bringing the hands in front of the heart center. The breath of gratitude. Inhale deeply. Exhale. For Satnam, inhale. Satnam. Thank you so much. I won't talk a lot at the end. I want you to stay in this space and journal if you're doing that. Satnam.